This is Southern Oregon, and I'm Daniel Delegowski with Ananda Floyd. We're going to talk to you today about the origin of the American tradition of Mother's Day. While Mother's Day in the U.S. commonly evokes images of cookies and flowers, the American tradition is actually rooted in the much more serious Mother's Day Proclamation of Julia Ward Howe. The proclamation was a response to the carnage of the American Civil War and set forth an agenda of peace and goodwill in both the domestic and international spheres of human influence. Here is Julia Ward Howe's Mother's Day Proclamation, presented by Ananda Floyd.
Arise then, women of this day, arise all women who have hearts, whether your baptism be of water or of tears. Say firmly, we will not have great questions decided by irrelevant agencies. Our husbands will not come to us, reeking with carnage, for caresses and applause. Our sons shall not be taken from us to unlearn all that we have been able to teach them of charity, mercy, and patience. We, the women of one country, will be too tender to those of another country to allow our sons to be trained to injure theirs. From the bosom of the devastated earth, a voice goes up with our own. It says, "Disarm, disarm. The sword of murder is not the balance of justice. Blood does not wipe out dishonor, nor violence indicate possession. As men have often forsaken the plow and the anvil at the summons of war, let women now leave all that may be left of home for a great and earnest day of council. Let them meet first as women to bewail and commemorate the dead. Let them solemnly take counsel with each other as to the means whereby the great human family can live in peace, each bearing after his own time the sacred impress, not of Caesar, but of God. In the name of womanhood and humanity, I earnestly ask that a General Congress of Women without limit of nationality may be appointed and held at some place deemed most convenient, and at the earliest period consistent with its objects, to promote the alliance of different nationalities, the amicable settlement of international questions, the great and general interests of peace."
Imagine the situation at the end of the American Civil War, in which 970,000 Americans lost their lives. Now imagine Iraq today, in which at least 650,000 Iraqi people have been killed. These people would not have died under Saddam Hussein's dictatorship, but they have died under our liberation. It would do us well to employ our Constitution in the pursuit of a righteous destiny. Let us forsake the destructive path we allow President Bush to continue upon. That the greatest democracy on earth should allow one man to pervert our international respect, our hard work, and our faith is a tragedy beyond compare. Perhaps if we look to the sacrifice of our mothers, to their unpaid labors throughout history, and to their coerced provision of sons and daughters for the prosecution of meaningless wars, perhaps then we may see the folly of these ways. You can find most of this information at wikipedia.org. Just search for Mother's Day Proclamation and follow the relevant links from there. The Human Cost of the War in Iraq, published by Johns Hopkins University, was our source for Iraqi excess deaths, which have resulted since our invasion in 2003. You can find this document at cspan.org, our favorite cable television channel.